have to do so. Today, we're going to show you its benefits to two stakeholders, this transport company and the public, and its benefit are by how. As the first speaker of the affirmative team, let me clarify the official programs in public transport. They can either be audio or visual form or both, and mainly include news reports, advertisements, and some also about variety shows, celebrity talks, and educational programs. Let's look deeply into the news report aspect. They always provide the most updated information to the passengers. Sometimes, when there are any emergency cases, like train service delay or unexpected weather, we can always know them immediately from the latest news and be aware. Let me give an example. On 3rd May of 2015, foreign visitors who have arrived Hong Kong station from Guangzhou by train was suspected to have contact with MERS. The news should be released on train, buses, etc. to tell the public to avoid getting there. And for people who are going there, they can make their own choices whether to get there or not. Better than you have been there and then you find out there is some kind of this case and you feel scared. The majority of Hong Kongers are commuters, which makes it so useful to spread news. And it's a more direct way when you know about the information. What about you say there is no emergency cases? Are they useless? No, ladies and gentlemen, this is always good to know what has happened in the world. And the mobile series and large screen don't have required you to kick in the apps or access the internet in your phones or turn over your newspaper. Secondly, the audiovisual programs can have advertisement as part of the revenue sources for the transport companies. According to MGL Financial Reports 2015, its audiovisual advertisement income is over 1 billion. And for KMB, Roadshow has earned 600 million and 100 million was contributed to KMB. You must say that is not much, but in fact it provides an opportunity to lower the fares, which is talked in details by our second speaker. Our team strongly believes that the benefits and outweighs the harm, and therefore today's motion must stand. Thank you.
Good afternoon, adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen. First, allow me to clarify some mistake of their opponent. They mentioned that the news that was shown in audio-visual program was very outdated. Like some accident happened, they can show it at the very first moment. However, we found out that the audio-visual program's news are actually showing the replays that recorded sometimes they're not the latest one and they're not live, so they cannot provide the latest information for the passengers. So let's focus on our team case today. Who is the most important stakeholders in this debate? Those who are traveling and waiting. The public transport companies are service-providing companies whose income mainly comes from the passengers. For the affirmative to win, they must prove that these programs are desired and do not harm passengers at all. However, if we can prove that passengers are unsatisfied and negatively affected by audiovisual programs, then this motion must fall. Thus, our team line today is the old adage: the customers are always right. We, the negatives, firmly disagree with today's motion. As the first speaker, I will define the motion and prove how public transport companies put profit before the welfare of passengers, and our second speaker will talk about the negative effects to the passengers, such as disturbance or adverse effects of inappropriate advertisements. Lastly, our first speaker will rebut and sum up our team case. We partly agree with our opponent's definition for the audiovisual program, but we want to point out that audiovisual program actually means multimedia on board, MMOB for short. And also, we have to define the phrase, those traveling and waiting. They are actually meaning the passengers of the public transportation, such as students, employees, and residents. The public transport companies should not be showing MMOB since they put their profit above passengers' welfare. There are two purposes of the MMOB advertisements. According to the Roadshow official website, they are providing a platform for promoting products and providing entertainment for passengers. However, the company are showing too many advertisements. According to the Transport Department, The ads showing in MMOB must not be over 20% per hour. But in fact, they found out by sample survey that almost every bus route has violated rules, and even up to 90% of time are showing ads. I've mentioned before that passengers' rights should be the most important. Clearly, it turns out that the companies were putting their business rights above passengers' welfare, which is harming their rights to get their entertainment. Therefore, the customers are always right, and MMOBs do not provide benefits to passengers, but only to companies' pockets. So today's motion must then fall. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before continuing on my team's case, I would like to start with some remarks. First, I want to prove news on audiovisual programs are updated. The blue part on the bottom of the television shows the most updated news. And the transport companies will use their earned money to reduce the train fee. And this point I will further develop it later on. And the advertisements didn't give harm to the passengers. And just now the opposite team haven't proved it yet. Haven't proved it yet. And now I would like to go on to my team's case. First, I would like to emphasize on the word transport. There's a majority of people taking transport, no matter it's train, bus, minibus, every day. Researchers point out there are about 12.5 million passengers taking public transport systems, including railways, trams, buses, minibus, taxis, on and off a day. So we can know that the number of people using transport systems is huge. Transportation is a very useful way to develop messages or advertising. Allowing broadcasting audiovisual programs to those traveling and waiting is a great way for spreading information, including advertising. As the first speaker of my side has mentioned that the audiovisual programs, including advertisements, advertisements is a great medium, and this audiovisual programs is a great medium for businessmen to advertise their goods and services. After knowing the majority of people watching these advertisements on transportation systems, I would like to further develop the impact of advertisements to transport companies and passengers. According to the Tuna Broadcast and Horizon Media, audiovisual programs are still by far the most effective advertising medium, as these audiovisual programs is such a great way for advertising. Businessmen are willing to broadcast their advertisements on transport systems by paying transport companies money. As a result, these advertisements provide transport companies a certain amount of income. This money from advertisements occupies a promising percentage of the total revenue of transport companies, 10% in KMB and over 1 million on NTR. Advertisements provide more revenue stream for companies and increase their income. This benefits the transport companies. When transport companies earn more money, they will use this money to investigate more money. As transport companies want to enhance their competitiveness, they will reduce the cost of the transport fee to attract more people to take their transport and therefore make more profit. These money from advertisements provide a spare money and buffer to transport companies and give them a chance to reduce the transportation fee. Income from advertisements will surely provide an opportunity for transport companies to reduce their transport fee. So this benefits passengers and citizens. So today's motion must stand. Thank you.
Good afternoon, adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen. First, allow me to clarify the mistakes of the affirmative. Just now, the affirmative speaker mentioned that the income from the ads actually lowers the fee that the passengers pay. This is not true. Think about it. Have we been paying more or paying less riding in transportation nowadays? And also, the affirmative speaker has said that the income from the ads are favorable to the businessman, which is true, but isn't as important as what I'm about to say. As my first speaker has just said, the passenger's rights is overruling the business right of the businessman, as the passengers are the one paying the most. Not only are the passengers paying for the fee themselves, they also support the operating system by 45%. Take the NTR for example. Now back to our team case, shall we? As the second speaker, I'm going to explain how the MMOBs bring disturbance to the passengers, negatively affecting their ride. Passengers do not benefit from MMOBs, and this is like the evil. The customers are always right, and therefore this motion today was 4. First, the MMOBs are causing disturbance to the passengers. According to an investigation by Apple Daily, the volume of the MMOBs are in fact 71 decibels, which is approximately the volume of someone speaking loudly on their phones throughout the whole ride. They are too noisy for the passengers, as proven by the number of complaints received by the Transport Department in HK on MMOBs, which are 662 and 541 in 2013 and 14. On Facebook, a post went viral where there is radical passengers who would cover the speakers on the bus. The innocent passengers are bombarded with noises they did not ask for. Next, the ads displayed on MMOBs negatively proliferate the wrong messages to passengers, that the passengers have actually campaigned against these programs. Unlike television, these MMOBs do not censor unsuitable content to audiences watching in a certain period of time. Take the MTR ads department, for example. They show ads at any given time of the day, such as condom advertisements, beauty products, and slimming ads, which are spreading the concept of altering one's appearance through artificial means. And pure consumerism is being encouraged with the amount of ads. Many passengers have voiced dissatisfaction with these programs. There are campaigns like Hush the Bus and the Anti-Coercive Advertising Campaign, the ACAC for short. These clearly shows that the passengers are not satisfied and would like to get rid of those programs. The customers are always right, and in this case, it is perfectly true, and therefore, today's motion must fall. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen adjudicator. Today's motion is Hong Kong travel companies should be allowed to broadcast artificial programs to those traveling and waiting. And as the proposition side, how strongly agree with the motion. First, as the first speaker, our mainly focus on rebuttals. The first speaker of the opposite side said that from the stakeholders, we should focus on the customers' rights because the customers are always correct. But from our team line, we also said that by this kind of artificial programs, they can provide an extra income to the companies, so the companies can have a chance to lower the fee. So this can also help the customers' benefits, and it can bring benefits more than harms. And for the harms of the artificial programs to the customers. First, the opposite side said that this kind of artificial program is a disturb to them. However, in MTR, there's a part of the train is mute and no sound in it, so traveler won't be disturbed. And in such as KMB, there's only one speaker in the lower level, and the high level won't have any sound. So we can see that actually if we had a choice to avoid this disturb, and even if there's a noise as a traveler, perhaps we will choose a lower fee or a sound disturb, of course a lower fee. And for other different travelers, they will also agree this, and so we can see that this kind of artificial programs, the benefits outweigh the harm. And the second speaker of the opposite side said that our team line won't process as the fee won't be lower. But we can see that even if now the companies won't lower the fee because maybe some other reasons, but if they don't have this kind of extra income, so they don't have enough money, so they don't really have the chance to lower the fee. So we should allow them to give this broadcast artificial programs to give them a chance and to help the passengers and also the transport. And the opposite side also said that the customers always is more important than the companies, but they didn't prove that there's really a big harm to the travelers. So why we could say that the benefits of the companies aren't important? They are also companies. They need to earn money. So when they have earned this money, then they should have different benefits that we have mentioned. Also, as if you are a advertisement companies, when you need to sell companies into the traveling or waiting, so you will also let us to lower the voice because you won't let the customers to know to dislike your Right. So therefore, there's no great harm to the customer, and today's motion must stand. Thank you.
The clash of today's debate is between the right of the passenger and the right to show the advertisement. The second speaker on the affirmative side keep emphasizing that ads can help businessmen to expand their business. But however, we also pointed that ads is in fact giving an unfair advantages to the big business. Small companies might have much better products, but they cannot afford to advertise them as well. So people don't find out it. In Hong Kong film industry, the big film studios spend more than 10 million on advertising, and small films cannot even compete. They don't even stand a chance. This restricts the quality of product for the customers and plays a huge role to the success of small business. Therefore, the statement will not be stand. Moreover, we have to point out that holding an advertisement in NTR for one day will cost you for more than 10 million per day. How can a small companies afford this huge money? So therefore, I would like to say that if there are some small companies, they're actually hoping to expand the business through the advertisement in some externals. It's not going to happen. Moreover, the third speaker of the negative side said that there will be a quiet section in both NTR and bus. Here's the question. And every single day, there will be more than 4.6 million people who travel with NTR or bus. Out of 7 cars or 8 cars on the NTR, there are only one quiet section. Think about it. Can all 4.6 million people stuck into that car at the same time? I don't think so. Now, let's move on to my team's statement. My first speaker shows that showing too much ads will violate the rights of the passenger to watch their entertainment show. And our second speaker has said that disturbance is misleading and showing some unsuitable content. Moreover, the third speaker of the affirmative side said that he didn't agree to our second speaker's proposal because he said that the customer, the MTR and the bus have the right to pay the advertisement. But I want to ask, you pay for the travel or you pay for the advertisement? I'm pretty sure you pay for the first reason. You're not going to pay because you want to sit in the train and watch the advertisement for the whole day, right? It's not making sense. Therefore, today's motion must fall.